If the rumors about Jim Jones leaving Chrissy Lampkin due to her infertility are true, it's a tough and deeply personal situation for Chrissy, especially given their long history together, being 50 and without children, as Jim allegedly points out. Must be incredibly painful for Chrissy, especially after dedicating so many years to their relationship, it seems. Jim's response to the rumors allegedly blaming Chrissy's infertility as a reason for looking elsewhere is adding insult to injury. Jim and Chrissy's relationship has been a prominent part of Love and Hip Hop, and fans have watched them go through ups and downs for years. For him to leave her at this stage in her life without a family or children is a harsh turn of events. Infertility can be a sensitive and emotional issue, and for Jim to reportedly use that as a reason for stepping out of the relationship could be seen as incredibly hurtful. Jim Jones allegedly has a baby, but not with Chrissy Lampkin, which has caused a significant rift between them. The rumors suggest that Jones has a baby with someone else, and Chrissy is not happy about it at all. This situation appears to have led to Chrissy allegedly ending things with Jim and kicking him out of her life and house. Their relationship has already seen its fair share of ups and downs, as documented on shows like Love and Hip Hop New York, where fans have followed their journey, including the fact that they have been together for many years without officially tying the knot. If this latest drama is true, it could be the final straw that leads to a permanent separation between the two, as with all rumors. The truth behind these claims remains unclear, but the alleged developments have certainly sparked interest, given how messy things seem to have gotten between the couple. Honey, Mama Jones is not here for the games, and she'll let the world know she's still not vibing with Chrissy Lampkin during a spicy interview on People TV's Reality Check. Mama Jones didn't hold back when asked about where things stood with Chrissy. She was blunt: "We ain't on no terms, ain't nothing to talk about." That's a whole lot of shade, baby, and it just reminds us how deep this drama runs. And let's not forget, Mama Jones popped up on Love and Hip Hop New York recently, but did that help smooth things over? Not at all. Chrissy straight up said she doesn't have any relationship with her future mother-in-law, spilling the tea that she's been keeping her distance because Mama Jones ain't exactly been a fan talk about family drama. Now let's talk about the real Chrissy and Jim Jones. The rapper from Harlem's very own Dipet have been doing this on again, off again love dance for 16 years. They've been engaged for almost 10, but sis is out here saying she's fine just the way things are. Marriage, nah, that's not on her radar anymore, of course. Mama Jones wasn't letting Chrissy have the last word. She clapped back real quick, claiming Chrissy ain't telling the whole truth about being content with Jim. Honey, this family drama is a whole saga, and I don't think we've seen the last of it. Now, y'all know Mama Jones has never been one to bite her tongue, and she let it all out about Chrissy. She made it crystal clear: as a mother, I've got certain expectations, and baby, she's not feeling Chrissy's vibes since she joined the family, saying it's been straight up disrespectful at times. Mama Jones even said, "I don't tolerate foolishness, and if that ain't a read, I don't know what is." But here's where it gets real interesting. Mama Jones loves her son so much that she'll accept whoever he chooses, but she's throwing just a little shade, adding, "I know that's who he loves for now, and since Jim and Chrissy don't have kids yet, that's just another layer in this messy family drama." Jim's still talking about wanting to walk down the aisle, but Chrissy's sister is over it, and Mama Jones, well, she ain't completely dragging Chrissy, but she did say she's not down for this marriage. I thought despite all these years, they're just not ready, she's said point blank. Period. Meanwhile, Chrissy is out here giving her side of things on Love and Hip Hop. She's back after almost 7 years, and she spilled that the producers begged her to return. They wanted to bring back the essence of the show, she said, serving just a touch of humble brag. And when it comes to Jim, she claims they're in a good place now, saying, "I thought marriage was the next step, but it's not for everybody. We're good. Well, one thing's for sure. The saga continues, honey. Chrissy and Jim's love Story is like a roller coaster ride that just won't stop ever since. They started dating way back in 2004. They've been through it all. Ups, downs, and everything in between. Chrissy's never been shy about putting it all out there. Either back in 2016, she broke down why she stayed engaged for so long, saying, "Why rush into marriage if one of us ain't really ready? I'm not trying to go through a divorce just to say I did it." Sis is all about moving at her own pace, and she made it clear she's in. This because she chose to be there. Relationship has been front and center on Love and Hip Hop, and with season 10 dropping on December 16th on VH1, best believe they're coming in hot. One of the most unforgettable moments on the show was when Chrissy packed her bags and bounced to Miami, leaving Jim in New York, who that had folks talking. That move was a major wake-up call for Jim. And in true Jim Jones fashion, he flew down to Miami and proposed, hoping to fix what people thought was his lack of commitment. But even with that big romantic gesture, the two decided not to tie the knot, leaving fans scratching their heads about what's really going on. Over the years, we've seen glimpses of their love, but Chrissy's hinted that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. She's been tight-lipped about the bigger issues, but one thing's for sure, she's always stood by her man. No matter what people are saying in the streets, despite all the rumors and chatter, Chrissy's loyalty to Jim is real, and her eagerness to get engaged and stay in the public eye proves she's all in, whether folks like it or not. But honey, if you've been peeping Chrissy's recent social media post, it looks like sis might be over it. Folks are wondering if she's finally thinking about moving on, and you can't help but think all these unresolved issues are starting to weigh her down. In a more recent interview, Chrissy kept it real, saying, "My love life is steady, no new disappointments because I'm not setting new expectations." Oh, if that doesn't sound like someone who's just tired of the back and forth. She admitted that while things are comfortable, it's not really her focus anymore. And that's a big old red flag for fans who've been waiting for that wedding. It's clear there's a sense of resignation in Chrissy's voice, like she's accepted that marriage might not be how this love story ends. And let's be real, Chrissy and Jim's relationship has never been straightforward. It's always been a mix of hidden struggles and public declarations of love, a balancing act in the spotlight. No matter what happens next, one thing's for sure, Chrissy is done putting herself on the back burner. She's all about prioritizing her happiness now as she navigates this messy chapter. But the big question remains, is Jim going to step up and meet her halfway? Or are we just going to keep watching this engagement drag on without a ring? Fans are buzzing, speculating nonstop about why these just still haven't taken that trip down the aisle. And honestly, with Chrissy focusing on her own growth, this might just be the beginning of a whole new era for her, with or without Jim. Oh, the tea just keeps billing. Explanations for Jim and Chrissy's situation are all over the place. Everything from personal conflicts to commitment issues, and the mystery about where they're headed only keeps the gossip mill churning. And then baby Chrissy dropped a bomb on Instagram with that cryptic post, "You and I both know you will never ever find someone like me. Still, good luck with your attempts. I'll replace you by tomorrow." Talk about a mic drop. Fans went into a frenzy, and while she didn't name, everybody's side-eyeing Jim, wondering if there's more trouble in paradise. If Chrissy's message is any clue, it looks like she might be gearing up to call it quits on this never-ending engagement. After all, love is complicated. And just because two people have been together for years doesn't always mean they're headed down the aisle, and that's okay at the end of the day. It's all about finding peace and fulfillment, whether they stay together or go their separate ways. As Chrissy and Jim step into this new chapter, the world is watching, waiting for some clarity. Will they finally make it official or part ways after all this time? Either way, fans are hoping both of them find their happiness, no matter what that looks like. One thing is for sure, this love story is far from boring, and the highs and lows of their journey are still unfolding right in front of us every time Jim and Chrissy step out or make a move. It's like another chapter unfolds in their story, sometimes together, sometimes apart. And let's be real, the constant tension with Mama Jones is a major reminder that family can throw some serious shade over any relationship. Family Dynamics can be messy, and with Mama Jones in the mix, it's clear Chrissy and Jim have had their hands full for years. But through it all, both of them have grown, learning from the highs and lows of their roller coaster. Love story, their relationship isn't just about love anymore. It's about communication, respect, and figuring out what they truly want for the future. As they look back on everything, you can bet they're reflecting on what's best for them, not just as a couple, but as individuals too. Society loves to push this idea that every relationship should lead to marriage, but Jim and Chrissy are out here rewriting this script, honey. They are navigating these expectations on their own terms despite the pressure from family, fans, and the industry. This engagement of theirs, it's proof that modern relationships don't always follow the traditional path sometimes. Those big milestones like marriage don't line up with where you are mentally or emotionally, and that's okay. At the end of the day, Jim and Chrissy's connection isn't about fitting into society's mold. It's about being committed to each other, no matter what that looks like to the outside world. As they keep pushing forward, they're learning to prioritize their own happiness, both as individuals and together. And honestly, isn't that what love's supposed to be about in a world that loves to set expectations? The real test of Chrissy and Jim's love might just be in their ability to grow, adapt, and hold each other down no matter what tomorrow brings. And let's be honest, the public can't get enough of their roller coaster romance, folks. Stay tuned in, waiting for the next update or a juicy detail their story hits on those universal themes we all know too well: love, commitment, and that real personal growth. And it's exactly why we stay locked in as Chrissy and Jim continue to write their own script. They're showing us all that relationships aren't just about hitting some finish line like marriage. It's about the journey, the lessons, and the transformations that happen along the way. As they embrace this new chapter, we can only hope they find clarity, peace, and happiness, no matter what form it takes. Whether they finally say "I do" or keep things right where they are, what really matters is that they're chasing their joy in fulfillment. Love's never a straight line, and sometimes the most important thing is being true to yourself while figuring out the complicated dance of partnership. Whatever Jim and Chrissy decide, one thing's for sure: they're teaching us all a little something about love on their own terms.